Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we're talking about a subject that I get asked about a lot. And it's players saying that they hit really well in practice, but they don't hit well in games, right? Now, every player is a little different, right? And so I don't want to lump everyone into the same category, right? But one thing that I think will help most players, and most coaches as well, is that the game will magnify everything. And so what happens a lot is that players during practice, right, the difficulty is really low. You know, so whether I'm sitting here, right, and I'm just hitting off of a tee, right, like I can hit a line drive a high majority of the time off of the tee, right? It's not difficult. Ball's not moving, right? And a lot of practice is done off the tee and off a side toss and off a front toss, right? And maybe even BP, but BP is pretty easy as well. Right? And so you can get away with some things in practice that you will not be able to get away with in a game. Because again, the game magnifies everything. And so if you do a really poor job in practice of controlling your weight, what we would call controlling your weight. So when your lower body gets loaded, if you do a poor job of keeping this leg and lower body loaded, if you do a poor job of getting your upper body in the position to hit by getting coiled and pulled back and then staying coiled and pulled back as you stride out, well, that's going to get magnified during the game. So I can do it in practice. I can get off the tee and I can leap forward, right? Like I can jump forward there, right, and do that. And like that was, you know, I try to take as bad of a swing as possible there, and I still hit a hard line drive to right center. That's probably in the gap right there, right? And so you'll see players all the time. I see players all the time in practice, right, where they'll take swings. They're not good swings. They're not controlling their weight. Their path is really poor. But they get some good results because the drill's so easy. It's a tee, it's a flip, it's batting practice, right? And then the player goes in the game and they can't hit at all, right? Like I'll go around and watch games and I can see like pretty quickly in practice, I can say that's not going to work in the game. Even if the guy is hitting or the girl is hitting the ball pretty well. I'm like, they call it 5 o'clock hitters, right? So like big league game starts 7 o'clock, right? So BP hitters that can hit really well in BP, but can't hit in the game. There's a lot of those hitters. And why is that? Typically because there's something in their swing that works against stationary balls or balls that are flipped 5 miles an hour, or batting practice that's thrown 45 miles an hour, right? Their swing will work against that, but it will not work against 90 plus with movement, location, change of speeds. And it depends, it's your level, right? Again, like you might be in high school where the average pitch is 80 miles an hour. Your swing might work great against 40, but it ain't going to work against 80, right? Some players' swings can work against 80, but can't work against 90, right? So the game, again, is always going to magnify whatever the issue is. And so you've got to be aware of that. And so, I get so many emails that says, my son or my daughter hits great in practice, but they can't take it over to the game. They don't take their practice swing in the game, right? They only take it in practice. And when the game starts, everything that they did in practice falls apart. And I'll say, send me your video. And I'll look at the video and I'll see the practice swing and I'm like, that's not going to work in the game, right? Right? That worked in practice, but it's not going to work in the game because there's mechanical issues with it. And those issues will, without a doubt, be magnified in a game, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. And that is why and this is one thing, and sometimes players get upset at this, right? And sometimes this is confusing for players because a player will hit a ball well in practice, and I might still say you're doing a really poor job of controlling your weight, right? Or your stride direction's off, or your posture's off, or you're not getting your upper body in the position to hit, or whatever it is, talking about their path. And they'll say, yeah, but I mean, I'm hitting fine. Like, I had a really good day today. And I understand that, but it's not going to work. You're not going to be a consistent hitter in a game if you keep doing that, right? It might be okay in practice, but it's not going to fly in the game. So that's why as a coach, and this is a message for a player too, like as a coach, it's important to be really nitpicky in practice and don't let something go just because the hitter might be hitting the ball okay if you know that that's not going to work in the game, right? And being really strict and really detail-oriented and focusing on the really, really, really small things. And as a hitter, two things. One, finding someone that can find those small things and help you fix those in practice so that you can succeed in the game. But then also being open to the coaching and not being someone that's taking those type of swings that, that's not going to work in a game, but you hit the ball well, and when coach says, that you're doing this or that improperly and it's not going to work in a game, you just go, I'm hitting the ball great, coach. I don't know what you're talking about, right? And then you get into the game, and then you're, 1 for 26, and then you're saying to yourself, man, I just can't figure out how to take that practice swing in a game. The problem is you're taking your practice swing in a game, and your practice swing isn't very good. So, and again, that's not everybody, but I see that a lot, a real lot. So hopefully that helps you out. If you want to learn more about, what I personally think is a really sound mechanical swing, click the description box below. I've got a swing course where we break down the entire swing into what I call 4 core principles of the swing, and we'll talk to you exactly how to get your lower body ready to hit, how to get your upper body ready to hit, how to get your barrel to turn rearward, how to be from the inside, all the things that I think are important in a high-level swing, and then we'll give you the drills to be able to practice those things. So click the description box below if you want to check that out. That's all I have. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.
If you've got hitters that you're looking to improve before the start of next season, this is essential for you. Matt Antonelli here, former Major League player, first-round pick, and college coach. With this course, we're going to show you exactly, step-by-step, how to generate power, develop bat speed, and enhance swing mechanics. Regardless of your hitter's age, this course is going to deliver advanced hitting techniques that will allow any hitter to get better and make an impact at the plate this spring. We have a full catalog of training content that you can access from anywhere at any time. This course is perfect for players, parents, coaches, instructors, and more. It offers a comprehensive package of drills and techniques that you can directly implement. Our course has helped hitters all over the country at different competition levels, and the feedback that we've received has been outstanding. The work you put in now will drive your success at the plate this spring. Get the essential knowledge that you need to take your game to the next level.